Welcome everyone, it's Ricky Racer here with you today with another episode of Farming Simulator. Today I am on Felsbrunn, and as you can see I don't actually have a farmhouse over there. I've got a shed, a couple of bits and pieces. I have the John Deere T560i with the corn header on it, the 608C. This actually does sunflower, but the better one to get for that is the Capella Halanthius, because it will do sunflower, but I will cover that on a different video. So I've grabbed this paddock here, it's ready to harvest with corn. So as you can see, this is the John Deere medium sized tractor. I think it's 10,000 litres with its holding capacity. So we'll unfold it all before we start it all up there so you can have a bit of a look. Fairly detailed, and we'll jump inside and have a bit of a look around. So as you can see, fairly detailed inside, very nice. Alright, well, we'll get started here. Turn everything on so the screen all turns on. I don't know why it's reading beans there, it's corn, not beans, but anyway. So there we go, that's the John Deere harvester. With this it won't actually lay the swather down because there is no swath for corn. But anyway, we'll put the head down, jump inside the cab, and we'll go for a drive. Do a bit of harvesting with the corn. This should not be as long a video as I did with the sugarcane. I sort of stuffed up a little bit there and probably should have bought a smaller paddock, being that this is just a quick go through of all the different crops that there are in the game, all the different harvesters and heads. So I thought I'd buy the John Deere only because it has got the 10,000 litre capacity, decent size, a little bit more expensive than the Massey Ferguson or the New Holland, I think it is, but bigger carrying capacity. So anyway, we'll cut that head row there and we'll head up this side of the field here when it gets going. So as you can see with this header here, I think it is a 6 meter header if I'm not mistaken. It does a decent hit on the paddock, as you can see there, and because it is so short you can actually just watch it inside the cab. Works out really good, the seat bouncing up on there nicely. So they've done well with the physics of it all. Vehicles seem to bounce over the paddocks very nicely. But anyway, we'll get to the end of this row and I'll turn around and speed it all up for you. And we'll do a bit of a time lapse on the paddock and I'll show you where we take it, what the prices all are, how much it's all worth. See what we can sort of expect off a paddock that's probably not fertilised, ploughed. I know it's weeded, but yeah. But anyway, I'll throw it into a time lapse and we'll actually come back when the paddock is done. Alright, so we've just filled it up. Just let this pipe out, but as you can see, all the corn sitting there in the back of the harvester. So the pipe's out, and as you can see, there's the corn full. So we'll go and get our tractor, which is this one here. Take the seeder off. As you can see, I don't actually have much gear here at the moment. It's mainly just so I can show you all you people all the different fruit types and do a little bit of other farming and such. But I will endeavour to show all three maps: Felsbrunn, the South American map, Estancia La Pancho, and the American map, which off the top of my head I can't actually remember the name of it now. So I'll let that fill up, and I will actually have a bit of a look because I don't have any silos either. So it is corn, which is that symbol right there, and I think our highest price at the moment is 857 and dropping, which is at the Port Southeast. So we'll go back, let that fill right up, put the top back on it. Port Southeast is over that way where the green light is, so we'll go for a bit of a drive over there, because I only do have this little 10,500 litres, so it's fine because our harvest is only 10,000 litres. So it looks like we've done about a third of the field so far. I'll go for a drive over here and drop that off. But yes, as you can see, I have one shed, a plough, lime, seeder, 2 tractors and a harvester. So I have not actually bought all that much for this. As you can see, I do have $4.5 million there, which means I have actually modded the game file, but that is only just so I can buy all the gear to showcase to you good people out there. Alright, we'll head up behind this shop here. I do actually like this map a lot. There's a lot of small farms on it that don't take a lot of time, so it would be a very good single player game. Whereas the multiplayer, we've actually got an American map going for a multiplayer map only because of the broadacre farming. It does actually lend itself to having 3, 4, 5, 8, 10, whatever you want, people on it. Whereas this one, because it has got a lot of the smaller farms, it will be a lot easier to actually manage as a single player. I'll head up over here, over to the port. I haven't actually been over here yet. Oh, look at that waterfall. That's pretty cool. So the entrance looks like it's just here. Yep. So come on into here. See what sort of price we get. Being that this is a side tipper, we'll come over to the edge, hit I, and it'll unload. So handy little side tipper if you're not going to mod the money in. This is a great little side tipper to start with because it is 10,000 litres as it sits. Whereas the other small trailer that is in the shop, I think it actually says it can go to 14,000 litres, but that's if you add the sides, and it is a lot shorter trailer as well. But that trailer there is also good to take all the sides off and use as a little flatbed for your pallets, we have found. Alright, well, I'll head back over to the other side here and we'll get back into the harvesting again. And we'll just enjoy the scenery as we're going past here, because it's very detailed. Ocean looks pretty cool. Little town here looks good. All satellite dishes on the roofs. Little train tunnel. And back over to our side of the map again. And yes, I haven't actually bought a house yet, only because, well, as a contractor, I sort of don't see the point when you've only got $1.25 million to start out with, that spending sort of $300,000 is, or $350,000 for your house. I find that sort of a little, yeah, it's a bit of a waste of money really to start with. To me, I'd rather build a shed, buy a heap of machinery, and then go that way. Like I said, the only reason I haven't done it is just to make these videos a little bit longer. I can use a 6-meter header instead of a 3-meter header, where the trailer doesn't really matter all that much, because it's only going to take a couple of loads and we'll get it all off this field anyway. Probably 2 more loads, maybe 3 more loads, I don't really know. But we'll see how we go. Just run over this corn. Looks like it stayed up. Oh, didn't turn my tractor off. And no, it stayed up because I've got the skinny tyres on the tractor. Alright, well, start this one back up. Get it back into position again. And I will talk to you when we've got a full load again. Alright, so there we go. We got about 28,793 litres off that whole paddock, which isn't too bad for a paddock that's just been bought with probably no fertiliser. I know it was weeded, but it may not even be ploughed or limed. But I will throw this into here just to give us a little bit extra. Exit there. Turn this off. I will actually just fold the pipe up. So yeah, that is the corn harvesting. Okay, so I've decided I would actually buy a silo and throw it down just to show you what these things are like. This is actually just a small silo, so it is $110,000 to build it, and I've just plonked it down in this area over here, so it's easily accessible. So we're going to throw this trailer load in. That way you can actually store all your different fruit types in there. It isn't the large silo by any means, it is only a small. You can't actually put an extension on this small silo either, which is the only other downside, but it is just a good little silo to have if you own a few fields where you can just dump everything and wait for a great demand on that fruit type, I suppose. But if you come around this corner, I'll just show you. This is actually unload pipe side. So you bring this over to here, and I think it is yep. So you have 100,000 litres all up. So that's empty, 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 and corn. So pretty much any seed type will go into these. Just remember, it is only seed types that go in. You can't actually put wood chips in. You can't put sugarcane in, and you can't put cotton or silage. So just remember that it is actually only just seeds that go into that, not all your other produce. I probably could have left that boom out. I will actually just park here for a second, run up, turn this boom on, bring it out. Jump back into this tractor, open the tarp and drive under the pipe here to grab the rest. So there you go. Like I said, I'm not sure how fertilised or anything that field, so we've probably got about an 85% yield to a 75% yield maybe, which all in all isn't bad. 18,500 litres. Can't complain. So let's throw the tarp on there, and now we've actually got, well, it's 28,500 litres, sorry. Now we've got 18,000 litres, 18,500 litres sitting down the bottom here. I don't know whether that will destroy my crops. I hope not, because it is fat tyres, but I don't think it hurts it while it's in the seed. It's not until they actually come up into the first stage where you'll start having problems with crop destruction. Just let that come back down before we can put the tarp back on. That's back down, so we can park this out the back of the shed, and that will bring the episode to a close for the day. So thank you everyone for watching, really appreciate it, and if you did like the video, make sure you do hit that like button for me, and if you are new to the channel, also hit that subscribe button. There is also a link to ModHub in the description, just so that all the latest mods that come out on the approved giant site are all there. You can get them. I haven't actually got anything on this farm, but there you go, new silo, new addition for the day. But until next time, catch us all later.